You're watching the Manitoba Racing Network.
Going to be a modified racing here at Red River Coop Speedway. 3 heats tonight as we get ready for some of the action. We're going to roll through each one of these heats tonight and talk about each one of the drivers as we get ready to race. And they are now finally moving on to the backstretch. Of course, our water truck and our packer are back on the track just to try to get things nice and smooth as best we can. But while we got a few seconds, let's talk about each one of these cars and tell you where they're going to be racing when we start this one. In row number 1, driving the 85 car, that is Jamie Davis. He's on the pole on his outside in row number 1. The 11 of Denver Nicholson, I should say. Row 2 has the 29K of Ryan Kerlick and the 40 of Henry Peters. Row 3 has the 1X of Cody Erickson and the 16 of Gavin Paul. Row 4, the 35 of Adam Agus and the 57 of Kevin Sexton. That will do it for heat number 1 of this modified race. And once again, thank you if you're watching our stream tonight. If you've purchased for both nights, it's a great opportunity to watch some racing from the comfort of your home if you can't make it out to Manitoba. Just south of Winnipeg by 5 minutes, but we know we have some out-of-town visitors tonight listening to the broadcast. So thank you for listening to our and watching our feed tonight. If you watch from other tracks, you may notice a couple of different things here. We do a split screen to show you some more of the action as well. We have a live ticker telling you who's in first, second, third, fourth, and fifth spot. All nice little touches we add here at the Manitoba Racing Network. Plus, we're doing it with 3 cameras, whereas most tracks do it with 1 or 2. So we are bringing you the best coverage we can possibly do north of the border. We've got a great crew here at Red River Co-op Speedway that produces these videos each and every week. Special shout out goes to Marshall Mays and Cliff Simpson, as well as Bryce Stewart, who's doing a good job tonight on camera. Of course, I can't forget our director, Noel Smith, who's back in the trailer doing a great job. We are modified racing here at Red River Co-op Speedway. 8 laps on the board. Jamie Davis still your leader. Ryan Kerlick, though, pushing closer and closer as they go around turn number 4. The 1X of Cody Erickson, he's in third, followed by Gavin Paul driving the 16 car. Paul, though, going to the outside, trying to get some traction to get around that 1X. A little further back, look at Kevin Sexton go. He's taking the inside of that, and he is making some ground up on our leaders. And he's pushed himself further ahead. He started the race in 8th spot, all the way up to 5th. That 1X car having some problems a little further ahead. Our leaders are all getting compacted as they go around turn number 4. It's the 85, the 29K, followed by the 1X and the 16. And Kerlick on the bumper of that 85 car up front, trying to find a way around. Goes to the inside, pushes hard. Can Kerlick get around him? He's a little closer now, going around turn number 1. Oh, they're bumping, and Kerlick makes a big move, but goes too wide and lets him go right back in and drops a spot to the 16 of Gavin Paul. Oh, a great race up front. The 1X as well is doing quite well. Cody Erickson, he's currently sitting now in 3rd, and Kevin Sexton's worked his way up the 4th spot around the 29K. That move for Kerlick ended up being his worst nightmare as he went from a shot at first all the way back to 5th. Your leader still the 85 of Jamie Davis. That 1X getting bumped from behind by the 16 of Gavin Paul. And look at the 57 of Kevin Sexton. He must have done some great work on that car this week because he looked great last week as well as he won his feature race. He's trying to do it again tonight. That 57 car looks like he's on rails. Oh, as he's going around turn 4. 1 lap to go for our leader, the 85 of Jamie Davis, followed by the 16 of Gavin Paul, and Paul going to the outside. The 1X of Cody Erickson going to the inside. Oh, they're wide. 3 wide for our leaders. We're going to stay with this right to the end. This is a beauty. Who's it going to be? The 16 of Gavin Paul wins the race. Last lap, last half. Wow, what a race for him. Jamie Davis finishes up second. Cody Erickson third. Ryan Kerlick somehow manages to get around the fourth place of Kevin Sexton, so he grabs fourth. And the 57 of Kevin Sexton, he'll end up finishing up in fifth spot. What an amazing race in this modified one. That's what you want to see here tonight on Big Al Delane Memorial Night. What a great race. And great job by our camera operators tonight, Cliff and Big Marsh, doing a fantastic job keeping all the action in your screen.
Was arguably the best A-modified race we have seen all year long here at Red River Co-op Speedway. How about a hand once again for those drivers? That's some hard work out there, I'll tell you. That's a preview.
Two more heats to go tonight. If you're following the point standings here at Red River Co-op Speedway, this is how it shakes down. Ward Emery is our points leader. He is going to be in the third and final heat tonight. Just behind him by 1 point, the 20X of Darian Boyce. He's also in the third heat tonight. Scott Greer is in the third heat tonight. He is in third spot with 357. So just 7 points between first and third. In fourth spot, also in that third and final heat, will be Rick Delane. Of course, we'll talk about Big Al Delane as we go into the next heat race. Well, let's roll through these cars as we take a look at them as we get ready to go racing. On the pole tonight, driving that 48 car, it's from Fanistel, Manitoba. That's Jerome Gio. On his outside, driving 21J tonight, new to the track, Joe Chaplinski. In row 2, we have the number 2 of Aaron Holton and the 74 of Dustin Wall. Row 3 has the 51 of Jason Melnick, and a correction on my behalf, Rick Delane's actually in this heat, driving the 1R car. In row 4, we've got the 4N of Nolan Olmstead and the 92 of Justin Bronk. So as we've seen all night tonight, that water truck is out doing a little bit of packing tonight, as well as the little packing truck with that trailer rolling around, trying to make the track as smooth as possible for our drivers here tonight. Now here's some information about Big Al Delane. Al Delane, or Big Al, was a huge part of motorsports in Manitoba. First got behind the wheel of a race car in the late 60s and raced for a couple of decades. Even after he hung up his own race suit, his passion for the sport continued. He came to races every week and helped his brother Rod and his 2 sons. Well, one of those sons, as you can see, is racing in this one, and we are racing modifieds once again at the Speedway. Gio still up front with the 48 modified. The 2 of Aaron Holton is now in second. Rick Delane now sitting in third. He's jumped up a few spots. Fastest guy on this track right now, Aaron Holton, with a 20.126 time right now. And Holton, maybe I shouldn't have said his name, brought him some bad luck. He spins out on turn number 4. He spins it around, but we've got a yellow flag. The Sheldon and Sons salvage, number 2 of Aaron Holton. Let's take a look how this one shaped up once again. Holton in your screen, following the leader of 48. Just couldn't control it going into turn number 4, loses control. Nobody touched him, nobody pushed him, just couldn't control it in turn number 2. And not a surprise, he had the fastest time going into that lap with a 20.126, so he had some speed out there and maybe a little too much for his own good. He ends up now racing. Well, I was going to say at the back of the track, but it looks like they pulled him off, so that's a normal procedure here at the Speedway. Normally if you get a yellow in a heat race, you get pulled off the track. So bad news for him. Good news if you're the 48 of Jerome Gio. So Gio out in front. Delane in the 74 car of Dustin Wall are fighting for second right now. Oh, they're close going into turn number 3 and 4. And that 74 now is making a push on Gio. Dustin Wall, he's got some speed, but Gio finds it in turn number 2, launches himself ahead. Delane now, hot on the heels of that 74. Looks like Gio's going into turn 3 a little slower than he thought he should. He holds on, and Delane now is in second spot. Nice move by him, taking the inside. Rick Delane looking great on the track tonight. He's got to cover a little bit more ground if he wants to catch up on that 48 car. 5 laps to go. As they go around turn 4, they're getting the sign for 4 laps now. Gio holding on. Started off on the pole. He's still on the pole in this one. But look at Delane, gets the opportunity on the backstretch. He launches himself ahead. Rick Delane now your leader. Great move by Delane. Great opportunity. Rick Delane, 3 laps to go in this race. Big lap for lap number 4 for Rick Delane. He's got the fastest time on the track, 19.196. Whipping around turn 4 now. It's the 48 and the 24, pardon me, the 74 of Dustin Wall that are in second and third respectively. The 4N of Noel Momstead, he's in 4th, while the 21J of Joe Chaplinski, he's in 5th. Your leader driving the 1R, he's got a white flag. That means he's got 1 lap to go in this race. Rick Delane. The 48 car, though, getting some pressure from that 74. They're pretty close to each other. Is he going to make a move on this final turn? Now, your leader and your winner of this one is Rick Delane, but it looks like the 48 of Gio ends up with second, followed by the 74 of Dustin Wall finishing up in third. 4th spot goes to the 4N of Noel Momstead, and the 21J of Joel Chaplinski, he finishes up in 5th. Okay, we are back to racing here, our last heat race of the evening, and it is the modified class, the last heat race for tonight. We'll see a total of 7 cars. Let's roll through them as we get ready to go racing here. On the pole tonight, driving the number 9 Ford, that is Lee McRae. On his outside, driving the number 99 tonight, that's Glenn Strachan. Row 2 has the 5G of Scott Greer, and on his outside, it's the 25 of Eric Gio. Row 3 has the 20X of Darian Boyce and the 7 of Danny Staff, and all by his lonesome, it's the leader in the point standings, 10W, Ward Emery. This video production is sponsored in part by Inferno's Bistro, located in the heart of St. Boniface, and Inferno's on Academy, Winnipeg's hottest restaurant and lounge. Check us out at infernosbistro.com and infernosonacademy.com. If you'd like to be a sponsor of the Manitoba Racing Network, just contact us at info@bigdaymedia.tv. Once again, that's info@bigdaymedia.tv. 7 cars tonight in this last heat race of the modifieds. 3 heats in total tonight, total 23 cars that we're going to see in the feature, about the same as we had last year. They are going around turn 4. They're going to get a green flag this time, so we're going to go racing right away in the modified class, the Big Al Delane Memorial. Here we go. Lee McRae jumps out, takes control of first spot. He's got the 20X and the 5G directly behind him, and these two guys have a ton of speed. Lee McRae, your leader. Boyce now in second, Scott Greer in third, the 25 Eric Gio in fourth, followed by the 99 of Glenn Strachan in fifth. Ward Emery now, he's made his way up the sixth spot, slowly closing in on the leaders, trying to get in the top 4. Lee McRae still out in front. Longtime girlfriend racer here at the track. She drives in her super truck class. That's Tavia George. Special shout out to her tonight. I do believe she's watching the races back at home. He's doing a great job up front. That's Lee McRae driving the number 9. 4 laps to go for our current leader. Darian Boyce driving the 20X in second. Scott Greer driving the 5G. He's in third. And Eric Gio, he's holding on to 4th spot, but closer and closer is that 10W of Ward Emery. Three laps to go for Lee McRae. Driving that Ford product out there, just like Dad. And he was back at the Speedway a long, long time ago. Boyce and Greer, though, a little bit of a fight for second spot between these two racers. And Emery now, he's in fourth. He gets around Eric Gio. All whipping around turn number 4 right now. In 5th spot's Gio. In 6th spot, it's Danny Staff. Your leader and the winner of this race tonight, driving the 9 Ford product, coming around turn 4. Big holler from the crowd. That is Lee McRae. Darren Boyce finishes up in 2nd spot, followed by the 5G of Scott Greer. Ward Emery finishes it up in the top 4. Not too shabby for a guy that was in 7th. He finishes there, and in the 5th spot, driving the 25 car tonight, that is Eric Gio. Well, that does it for heat racing here tonight at Red River Co-op Speedway. Don't go too far. In about 15 minutes time from now, we are going to go into feature action here at the track. Thanks for joining us on the Manitoba Racing Network. We'll see you back here in 15 minutes as we show you the feature races from tonight's Big Al Delane Memorial, day number 1 here at Red River Co-op Speedway. For more great videos on racing, check out the Manitoba Racing Network at www.manitobaracing.network.com.